Hi guys, today we're discussing about PHP form handling. So what is a form? So form is a HTML tag that encompasses multiple text boxes, checkboxes in order to achieve some post and get methods, that is transferring the values from the front end to the back end. Front end is HTML, to the back end is a PHP and database. Okay, so that is just a real world example to the definition of form. So suppose when you log into a website like the Facebook, Gmail, Yahoo, you see a form that you enter the credentials, that is username, password. If you don't have any account, then you register for that by filling the necessary details. And whatever you post, whatever you enter the values, that will be fetched to the database. If you're authorized, then that will be authenticated, that is checked, and then if you're authorized, then you will be redirected to the dashboard. So that will be the form, and that is the function of the form. So the same is in present in this diagram, that is login form, entering the details, post and get method. Here basically in PHP there are two methods, post and get, with a couple of differences, and whatever the method is here, it goes to the database and vice versa. So in order to use a form tag in HTML, this is the syntax, that is the beginning and the ending. So this is known as block tag. Why block tag? Because it has the beginning and the end. Now how to create a form? Okay, um, before creating the form we have to specify on which methods we have to use, that is either the get or the post. Okay, if you want to fetch the values and transfer to the database, you use the post, but if you just want to fetch the values, you have to use the get. Okay, so this is the form tag. This is HTML, there is no PHP here, this is just a HTML. This is a form tag, and whatever you write in this is known as the attributes. Okay, suppose if you have something here, that becomes the attribute of the HTML. You have two attributes. In this attribute we are specifying one PHP file after fetching the values where you want to transfer. So whatever file name you write, that should be PHP, because this makes the HTML dynamic. Method is post. Since I said if you want to fetch the values, you go for the get, otherwise if you want to fetch and transfer to the values somewhere else, use the post. So form tag, the number of elements like text box, checkbox, edit button, anything. Submit button is must. Okay, if you miss the submit button, it's like riding a car with a tire. No, so the attributes, post method, and the page you want to transfer. The same explanation is given here, and I've sent this document on the WhatsApp group on the date 14th April 2020. Okay, so the syntax of the post method. Okay, this is the syntax of the post method: dollar underscore post and variable name. Just observe that this is an array. Why array? Because when you use the form tag and when you specify the post, either post or get, it acts as an array. Why? Because it has to fetch multiple values. So like in C++, if you want to hold multiple values, you use an array. For that reason, an array. And the syntax of using a PHP post method is this one, the variable name. And the same, if you want to use a get method, the same syntax is there, but by using the keyword get. And whatever I explained you just now, all are in the points mentioned. To demonstrate the same, using the SAM server, I have one this PHP file here. Okay, I'm using HTML tag, and I'm using two PHP ending and closing tags here. Okay, I'll tell you why. First of all, I'm using a form tag with the attributes method, which is post and action, for where I want to fetch the values which have taken it user. Okay, I'm using table tag for holding multiple values. You can also use table tag or just place the input text directly. Okay, I have the name. If I want to fetch the name, email, time, class details, gender, I'm using those details. If you click on the submit button, then this flow will go to check here which method is here, either guest.post, and depending upon what is here, it's going to the file. Okay, now I'm using this PHP tag within the body tag. Since I said you have to use the PHP tags between the body ending and the closing tag. Okay, now I'm using the variable to an empty. This is the flexibility of PHP. If you want to give one single operation to multiple variables, you have to use this kind of syntax and fetching all the variables to empty. Now I'm using a server method, that is request method is called post. It's checking whether the request is post or get. So this is one of the another keyword you can use in order to check whether the method is post or get. Okay, I'm entering the variables from this, and I'm using a function name here. Why function name? Suppose if I get the value, since it's a post method, In order to get the value, I'm using post, since I mentioned you in this my file. Okay, post method, the name is coming from this. So this is the functionality of the PHP, that it captures the name directly from this attribute. This is the attribute, this is the attribute. Okay, like the email here, the email here. The post method, this is the functionality of the PHP that is making HTML dynamic from the static. This is the function, this function is going, that is this data will be, this is the parameter and this is the value of this. So here basically I'm just removing the spaces, removing the slashes, okay, spaces if I have any. Okay, and here I'm just removing special characters and add symbol, pound sign, dollar symbol, exclamation mark, those kind of things. Okay, then I'm returning the value, whatever value I've called. I'm calling the function 1 2 3 4 5 6 times. Okay, for each value, name, email, website, comment, gender. after this After this, I have the values. How to post that? Okay, in order to post, again I'm opening the PHP tag and ending tag. Okay, you can use all this here also, or else you can open and close and write it separately here also. It doesn't matter. Just I'm showing how flexible is PHP. If you want to code, if you want to fetch the very simple echo name, echo mail, echo website, comments, whatever the variable you had defined earlier. That's it. To demonstrate an example, this is my localhost. If I enter the values, you can see this, the values are coming here. So this is just a simple post example in how to use in PHP. Okay, you have learned how to use the form tag, the attributes, the URL where you want to go, and one more. Since I said you, we have to paste the PHP. Okay, in for demonstration purpose, I have just used the HTML. You can go with the PHP. Okay, that will be an assignment for you if you want to try it. And you looked how to use the post method and the get method. Okay, so if you have any doubts, just message me. And thank you for your time.